Hello, welcome to the To Be Human podcast, episode 2. This one on corporatism or, corporate things. I don't know exactly what I'll put in the title because is corporatism a word? I actually have zero clue. I probably should have Googled that before, starting this. But yeah, you know, talking about, companies and stuff, seeing, I'm in Lethal Company, I felt like, you know, you know, it would, make sense, to do, second one on, companies and how they're affecting, modern day stuff, the differences between, big corporations versus like something like a indie, company like, you know, you know, the pros and cons of, each one, like, and this video may end up, end up leading to, certain potential future sponsors not wanting to, sponsor me, but I don't really care, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna, like tiptoe around, I'm gonna be, honest with, my feelings. I'm not saying every single company is, bad because obviously there are exceptions, but, a lot of big companies, tend to have that, aura of like, they don't care about you, they only care about the bottom line, you know, um, they don't care about individuals, they only care about, profits and, you know, earning money and getting rich and, you know, you know, gaining money, and for what? Like, sure, money's good to, buy things, but at a certain point, like, do you really need this much money? Do you really need, like, um, like, um, like, you know, you know, the fanciest cars or the fanciest boats or the fanciest houses or fancy whatever, like, you know, how many dollars you need to feel satisfied, like, you have nothing of substance or soul to you, with like, trying to gain that much money, like, there's nothing meaningful to it, Sure, it may give you like short term, happiness, but it's not long term, like something, ongoing, you can easily spend money and then that money's gone, it's spent on whatever you spent on it. Sure, whatever that item, you spent it on may keep you happy for a little while, but it's like not gonna keep you happy forever, like it's only brief, where, actual connection, is something more deep and meaningful, like, you know, having friends, you know, falling in love, whatever, you know, actual human connections will be always more meaningful than goddamn money. Like, sure, I want money. Like, I need money to live. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, you know, you know, there's a point where you gotta, you know, draw a line in, you know, the sand. Perfect. That pipe is just laying there. When I did that motion. But yeah, you gotta draw a line in the sand, you know. You know, like there's a point where, you know, like too much is too much. Like corporations, you know, don't really care sometimes. Like they only care about the money, which is like the most dumb, brain dead thing ever. That all they care about is the money. The damn money they're earning. Like, what about the people, you know? The people that actually put in the hard work and effort for this. Like, probably the only reason you're rich is, you know, you're probably born into it. You know, some, you know, actually did work to be, you know, rich, you know, some, you know, actually put in the effort and time, you know, into it, but some people just, you know, basically leeches and parasites, you know, I'm sure if, you know, if you could break down, you know, their stupidity, maybe they actually become good people, you know, but otherwise, you know, a lot of, like, those sort of corporate people, yeah, again, there's exceptions, but a lot of them are just parasites that will leech off, you know, the wealth and fame of others, and, you know, sure, they know how to manage their money and whatever, they have some useful skills that they've learned, but, you know, they have nothing meaningful beyond that. They have no, you know, potentially, you know, creative skills or whatever. Yeah, again, there's obviously exceptions, but, you know, a lot of them will be uncreative and leech off, others. A perfect comparison right now, you know, is with all the reaction content, you know, on, you know, YouTube, Twitch, and, you know, TikTok, all that stuff, you know, that those sort of people that just will leech off others. I honestly am curious, like, if people are, you know, potentially, you know, watching, you know, my content and I never get credit, like, I wouldn't know. I would never know the answer to that until I, you know, eventually come across it. Like, wait a second, that's my video. That's one of my videos. I made that, you know. I put in the time and effort into that thing, you know. That was me, or basically, like, me, like, you know, occasionally, you know, I'll do something a bit more low effort, like a meme sort of thing, but nonetheless, you know, with meme things, I try and double, I do my own visuals and stuff, you know, like, I've replicated, multiple memes, you know, over my time of, doing YouTube. So, I'm, not one, fully against, creatively redoing, memes or things that have already been done 1,000 times. But my point is, it shouldn't be, fully, stolen, or, you know, watched without credit. Some people are actually good and actually, link, whatever they're reacting to, in, their videos, but some people don't do that. I'm especially looking at you, Sniper Wolf. Like, god damn it. Why didn't YouTube do the right thing? But yeah, so yeah, some people are just basically parasites and, will leech off, other people's things, like, other people's things, you can destroy that without feeling bad about your own things, you feel bad if you destroy your own things. Yeah, again, I'm kind of quoting Jolly Wanker. This is the second time I'm doing this. I did then the first episode, now I'm doing it again, where he was doing like the analogy of the sandcastle, like if you break other people's sandcastles, you won't feel, as bad because they put the time and effort into making that thing. But, when it's your own thing, you won't destroy it because it's your own thing. You won't destroy your own thing because it'll feel bad because you put a lot of time and effort into it, Like how I put a lot of, time and effort into, doing, my story. Sure, there's definitely things that are more low effort, but I'm just, casually, playing, a game or whatever, like, not much is going on story-wise because, like, I'm not always going to, do story episodes, otherwise that becomes tedious, but I'm not always going to do, the more, generic episodes, otherwise that becomes tedious, I have to vary it up, otherwise, otherwise I feel, creatively drained, which is why, I like to occasionally start on, other projects that are, a little bit different from what I normally do, like doing something new, excuse me, new that, excites me, or I feel like, it is something new and unique. So yeah, yeah, again, I definitely, try to do things myself, like 9% of the time, it's me that's, done the work. Occasionally, I use, audio or clips, technically from, stuff that, was made by, well, not technically, it was made by, other people, but, usually that's more in relationship to, the meme things and the music videos and the stuff that isn't, technically made by me. Like, I didn't make the games I play. I didn't, make these things. These were made by other creative people. So yeah, that 10% is, technically everything else, the games, the audio, whatever it was that wasn't my creation, it wasn't me, and some of that percentage will also, be, times, friends have helped me, collaborative stuff, like that 10%, is, a broad thing, that 10%, covers a lot of stuff, but 90%, like basically 90, plus 90%, upwards of 90% is me, but yeah, sometimes, in the creative process, you need help, or, like, use the work of technically, others, like, that, episode 2 of Investigative Steward was recorded from Kim's perspective, because that was during the time that I was having, computer problems with my old computer, which is why I have my new computer, like VR was being a pain, VR chat was also kind of being a pain, and I had to, with the trying to get the recordings, to work again, which, I was successful, eventually, but meant the sacrifice of a lot of things. One primary thing was VR, which is kind of why I've never returned to VR in a while. Like, I really want to do something VR again, but it's unlikely. But yeah, that video was recorded by, Kim. Obviously, I did the editing, but nonetheless, it was Kim's recording. Like, it was her thing. Yeah. And episodes like the Rogers moments, which were also, video, those ones specifically were like edited by Kim and Riku. Like, those ones, like the reason why the subtitles are, different, from, my regular subtitles, if I ever do subtitles, which is rare, but I occasionally do, for certain videos, is because, it was in whatever program Riku used, or Kim, I don't think Kim subtitled many things. It was mainly Riku who did subtitle stuff. But yeah. And usually subtitling the most important bits kind of reminds me of, Joy. Like, how does this keep looping back to Joy? Like, that's the second time in just this video alone, not to mention last time. But yeah. But yeah. You know, I try to be creative. But yeah. That's definitely parasites on, YouTube and stuff, and yeah. But anyway, I've gone way off topic. I've gone on a tangent, from corporate, parasites, so yeah, you know, you know, you know, corporate people can, kind of be parasites. Honestly, sometimes it's just simpler to take, the copyright, claim and just live with it than trying to, do anything, about it, if you did want the rights of a song, like 14K for 5 minutes. God, I'm sorry to, kind of sorry for, pyrocynical with him wanting to use, the man who sold the world, song in his video. So yeah, kind of sucks for them. And ever since I heard that song, which I was introduced to it by that video, I'm like, I want to use it. But if the company are going to be horrible, but it's not like I can contact them anyway, I'm too small. I am small. But, yeah, if I ever do use that song in, a music video, like, or any other video, I'm, just gonna, take the copyright claim and just be like, yep, yeah, alright. At least the one benefit is, since, I think ads, control of ads is unlocked at, 1,000 subscribers. The benefit of being a small YouTuber is, I technically don't lose any money. They can copyright claim it, but I'm not earning, a cent from, my videos anyway. If ads play on them or not, like, I will never earn a cent, from whatever ads that may be played on my videos. Like, I have no control of that, so for me, it doesn't really matter. Like, they can earn money off my video in a way, but once I do, potentially earn money, it'll basically, be an increase to me, because at least I'll be earning money. So yeah, I'm one of the few people who can see a silver lining in technically being, demonetized. Like, because I don't care as long as I even get a small amount of money from this, I'm happy, you know, I'm one of the few people who probably wouldn't complain as much, you know. I still be probably peeved off in general because, you know, it's more about, you know, the system rather than me as, you know, an individual. Like, I want things, you know, to, you know, be better because, you know, if they're better for me, then they'll be better for other people, you know. But yeah, I'm weird. I'm one of the few people who could see a silver lining in demonetization. I am a strange human being. I'm like, oh, I'm demonetized. Okay, kind of annoying, but alright. I guess fair enough. But if it's for no real reason, that's when I'll actually be annoyed. Like music video, sure. Go ahead. Take a percentage of my earnings. I don't care. Like, I knew what I was getting into, you know, using it to try and be creative, like. But when it comes into dumb reasons of demonetization, like the really dumb stuff, you know, that's when I'm going to be like, hey, this is demonetized for like no reason. Can you not do this? Please? So yeah. Anyway, I keep going on a tangent. God damn it. Corporate stuff. So yeah. Companies, you know. Yeah, again, not a lot bad, but, you know. Some people within them can be, you know, real painful. So yeah. But yeah. Now to talk about, you know, the differences between, you know, a big company and, you know, small indie companies. So the bigger the company, you know, the more money, you know, you could be potentially earning, but also, you know, the less likely, you know, they could care for you and, you know, the less likely they'll care about, you know, the individual, you know. Yeah, again, obviously there's exceptions, but yeah. Companies, you know, can be, you know, cutthroat. But the benefit with like indie like sort of companies is, you know, they have, you know, a lot more control and freedom, and, you know, it feels less enslaving, like, you know, like, you set the pace. But obviously there's a point where indie companies, if they do become popular, could end up becoming the same as, you know, those, the greedy corporate ones. A good example, you know, is, you know, Rooster Teeth, you know. It was basically, you know, a bunch of friends that, you know, started it all. Despite, you know, some of them, you know, may be at fault for, you know, what's happening currently, you know, with, you know, Rooster Teeth. You know, it's uncertain on which ones, but probably some of them. Nonetheless, it was, you know, Rooster Teeth, you know, started as a, you know, good thing, but, you know, lost its way and, ended up, you know, basically, you know, becoming corporate as well, and also just generally bad, like, yeah, it's kind of tragic for, you know, Rooster Teeth, but it is what it is, and yeah. But, like, yeah, you know, indie companies can quickly turn into, you know, bad ones. It's just all a matter of, like, who's in charge, and, you know, who makes the decisions, and, you know, there's pros and cons to each one. Like, indie companies, you know, have more risks to it, but more freedom. Where, you know, a corporate company is usually a lot more stable. You know, there's stability, but sometimes less freedom, and you have to adhere to, you know, guidelines and all that. Which, you know, some guidelines, you know, make sense, you know. But, you know, some, you know, can restrict freedom and just generally are a pain. And yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you know, companies is, you know, they can be good, they can be bad. There's just a lot to it, you know. Yeah, again, like everything in life, there's nuance to it. But yeah, you know, there can be good ones and there could be bad ones, and, you know, there can be in between ones, like ones that are good at certain levels, but if you get too high up the chain, you realize, like, oh god, I don't want to be here. Or maybe down low the chain it's bad, and somehow high up the chain is good. I don't know if a company like that exists, but yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Either way, yeah. Yeah, companies can be, you know, interesting, I guess. Yeah. And yeah. But yeah. Oh, and yeah, to, I guess, make this video full circle, I did Google corporatism, and there's a word. So yeah, I'll probably call this corporatism or something like that. Maybe corporatism, and to fit in line with the tangent, you know. Corporatism and parasites or something like that, I don't know. Because, you know, there can be, you know, a lot of, stealing stuff. But yeah. Either way, yeah, I think that'll do it for this one. I talked about, the parasites online. There's probably, many other types of, you parasitic people like scammers, with fake scams and all that. You know, others, that creatively, steal from others without, technically stealing, but yeah. 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 But yeah. Anyway, I probably end this video. And I realized I could have pointed to the line when I earlier was doing that line in the sand thing. I could have done that. Damn it. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. There's many types of parasites, scammers and all that. And corporatism is, kind of inevitable because of capitalism. Corporatism and capitalism are kind of, similar, same thing. Because in the end of the day, we need money, so, capitalism. Also, funny thing, and I don't know why this happened, but let me, just, open it up if I can. Let me see. Here we are. Let me change this to this. This shows what games I played in last year. Lego makes sense because I did play a bit of Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I'm surprised VR is still very high for me, despite I've kind of trended away from VR. I guess zombies makes sense because zombies is just a common thing in video games. Twin stick shooter, I have zero clue what that could mean. I'm assuming it has to do something with VR because, twin sticks, controller sticks, so I'm assuming that somehow because of VR, but yeah. Hero shooter makes sense, but the one that I want to bring up is capitalism. How the hell did I get capitalism as one of the main six? I only played Adventure Capitalist the one time, unless Deep Rock Galactic, counts, not a lot of my games that I've played fit capitalism. I mean, kind of Payday 2. I guess that makes sense. But, most of these don't have a theme of capitalism. Like, you can look at these and it's like, does this scream capitalist? Like, do you know, like, does this, scream, capitalist, like, there's a lot of, I mean, there's a venture capitalist, the one game that would actually, make it, but, like, a more common thing would probably be horror. Let's just list out horror games. Look, Resident Evil. Resident Evil, Alan Wake could also be technically horror. Or, Resident Evil, Alan Wake, Left 4 Dead's kind of horror-y, I guess, there's a lot of games like that. I mean, I bought like all the Tomb Raiders like this year finally for Steam because they were on like sale for like really cheap. Like most of them were real cheap, and I'll probably play them at some point as Michael, but yeah, like Tomb Raider, is a puzzle game, like, if anything, like if we went by puzzle, Half-Life has puzzles, Penumbra has puzzles, I guess, all of the newer ones are less puzzle related, but technically puzzles in our opposing force, not really, puzzle, guess puzzles, there's many other things that, this is just, a perfect example of, that, that, capitalism doesn't make sense for me. Also, my longest streak was 86 days, which does not seem accurate because I'm like always doing stuff. Like, I'm always playing games. There's no way that's my longest streak was 86. There's literally no way. But yeah, 132 games played, quite a few achievements. Like, so yeah. I'm definitely a gamer. You know, you know, look at all these. Oddly enough, let me get something else up. Um, where is it? It'll be in notifications. There it is. Twitch recap. Oddly enough, it seems like Secret Lab ended up being VR chat, which is interesting in terms of number of streams. Especially since I only started doing it, the Secret Lab streams frequently recently. That's actually a huge surprise that beat VR chats. Especially with, how much VR chat, I can do at a time. But yeah, these make sense. Like, Halo as number one, that definitely makes sense since half the time it's Jimmy stuff. Then Gmod is like frequent, pretty frequent, but not always, like 90% of the time. Like, of streams, but not every stream. Like, but yeah, yeah. My top tag, English. But yeah. I did a lot of streams. A lot of streams. Alright, what's this one? I'm guessing yeah, that's why Skyrim's number one, because I was watching Sky Slayer stream it. $10, damn, 10 hours I spent watching Sky do it. I doesn't feel like I watched 10 hours of him doing his Skyrim thing, but apparently that's how many hours. Then my good friend M, I only watched 2 hours. And then there's Crabster 1000. I only watched like an hour because, some of that was the episode, watching the episode where Kim and Sky were on, and the other was me. Alright, community. This is just like a general thing for the community. I see. Yeah. Anyway, other than tangent again, uh, God, I get on my tangents. Yeah. Apparently, yeah, from Steam I am capitalist, so I am corporatism. According to Steam, although I would highly literally disagree with that. There's literally, I literally could count so many more games that would be any other category than capitalism. There's like 2 games or 3 games that would count as capitalism. One, a venture capitalist. Two, Payday 2. But it's more anti-capitalism with Payday 2. So you can't exactly call it capitalism if it's anti-capitalism. And 3, Deep Rock Galactic. I guess 4 would count Lethal Company, the game that I'm literally in right now. But yeah, you know, but yeah, but yeah, 4 games that versus, buying all the Tomb Raider games. But to be fair, I didn't play them. I haven't played them much, like, yet, so maybe it's more based on playtime, and if that's the case, it's probably because of I've been playing Payday and Deep Rock Galactic quite a bit through the last few months, like, and Lethal Company, like, probably the only reason capitalism's on my list is because those ones I've been playing in, basically the second half of the year. And, yeah. But yeah. Companies and corporatism is, a complex subject, and yeah. I mean, I want money, but that's mainly so I can, live and stuff, and yeah, 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 but, some people don't care, and, there'll always be parasites out there, and yeah. And, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. I don't really have anything else to talk about, so I will finally cap this off, so yeah. Yeah. And obviously I may cover these things again in future episodes, but, I want to try, before, talking about the same things again, first, do, different topics for each thing, like each video, and, you know, then, you know, visit some things maybe more in depth later. Again, you know. But yeah. Yeah. And hopefully one thing this series won't have that I kind of forgot to mention in the first episode is a lot of iterations, because that was, you know, a problem that technically plagued, you know, the videos, not the podcast. So yeah, I don't think I should be needing to do iterations for these. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the pilot and happy with this. You know, it's the first 2 episodes. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace and goodbye.